Okay, let me show you how to make some multiplication and division worksheets with the MathFacts worksheets generator. First, I'm going to make kind of a classic worksheet whereby students will multiply numbers by a single number. So in this case, by 4. So you can imagine perhaps a third grader learning his 4s or learning her 4s in class. Okay, here's my MathFacts worksheet generator dialog box. I'm going to put in a quiz number. Maybe I'll call this one 4-1. In other words, it could be like the first quiz I made for the 4s. For number of problems, I'm going to put in 100. Operation is going to be multiplication. For the first number, I'm going to choose between 2 and 12. Now, different teachers will teach multiplication tables differently. Sometimes they'll initially just teach 2s through 9s. There might be a teacher that wants to, have the first number be anywhere from 0 or 1, just to kind of emphasize multiplication by 0 or multiplication by 1. But in this case, I'm going to choose 2 to 12 for the first number. And of course, the second number will be between 4 and 4. So that makes sure that in every single instance, we're multiplying by 4. I'm going to click OK. And now it'll generate the worksheet and answer key. Okay, there we go. We have our answer key at the bottom, just completed. And here is our worksheet, where we've got a wonderful worksheet ready for someone to really dive into his or her 4s in multiplication. Ready to go. Okay, let's make another multiplication worksheet. And this is also a classic, the multiplication tables through the 12s. So everything mixed together on one worksheet. Again, here's our dialog box. I'm going to give it a quiz number. For number of problems, I'm going to put in 100. For operations, I'm going to put multiplication, first number 2 through 12, and second number 2 through 12. Click OK, and it will generate our worksheet and our answer key. Okay, now it's complete. Here's our answer key. And here is our worksheet. I want to stress the fact that every single time you run the worksheet generator, it will create a unique worksheet, even if you use the same parameters. So if you wanted to give one of these a day to your students, it wouldn't follow the same order, the answers every single day. Every single day it's going to mix up the problems. Obviously the problems will be the same, but each worksheet is unique because it's randomly generated. Okay, let's try a division facts worksheet. And in this example, we're going to have a worksheet where everything is division by 7. So someone is learning their 7s in division. So here is our MathFacts worksheet generator dialog box. Quiz number, I'll just call it 7. Number of problems, 100. For operation, I'm going to choose division. Now, for division quizzes, you really have to pay attention to the first number and the second number because things get a little tricky here. The second number is actually going to be the quotient, so the answer. So in this case, I'm actually going to put for the second number 2 to 12. And for the first number, I'm going to put 7 to 7. Now what this will actually do is it will multiply that first number, 7 to 7, by a randomly chosen number from that range of the second number, and that'll be your dividend. But the first number in division is basically always going to be the divisor. Let's click OK, and you'll see what this quiz looks like. So it's creating the worksheet and answer key. Okay, here's our answer key, and you'll see that all of the answers are between 2 and 12. And here is our worksheet. And so you see that the way I put the numbers into the dialog box, this is basically someone always checking their sevens or learning their sevens among their division facts. And so, of course, you could do this with any single number. You could also do it with a range of numbers. So you could have a quiz that just checks division by 5, 6, and 7 if you were doing a review. Or a quiz that just does division by 7 through 9. You can set it up any way you want, but you just have to make sure you choose the correct range for the first number and second number when you're doing division. Okay, now here's going to be a classic 2 through 12's division worksheet that's going to be checking all of a student's division facts. Put in a quiz number and a number of problems. Choose division for operation. Now, as I showed you just a moment ago, this first number is really going to be the number that is multiplied by the second number to get your dividend. So this first number, we're going to put 2 through 12. And for the second number, this is the quotient or the answer. We're also going to put 2 through 12. Click OK to generate your worksheet and answer key. Okay, here is our answer key. Again, all the answers are between 2 and 12. And here's our worksheet. You could run this worksheet multiple times to have, 3 or 4 or 5 different versions of this. You could give each version a separate quiz number or worksheet number, and that would enable you to even give quizzes at the same time to different students so that they're not, looking left and right, but doing their own individual work. And then you would be able to check them with those individualized answer keys. And finally, let's look at a mixed multiplication and division worksheet where we could really give students some good review of their multiplication and division tables. Give it a quiz number, set a number of problems, and of course for operations we're going to choose multiplication and division. Just kind of going along with the theme of the last couple examples, I'm going to go first number 2 to 12 and second number 2 to 12. But because we chose multiplication and division mixed, it's going to give a really robust review as a worksheet. And give it a few moments to generate the worksheet and the answer key. Okay, and there we have it. Here is our answer key. And here is our multiplication and division mixed review. So here they're going to be, mixed between multiplication and division, all mixed together, very random assortment. It even randomizes whether it gives the next problem as division or multiplication. So again, you could run this quiz multiple times and get lots of different variations.